week after finally awakening their impotent attack, the Bulldogs were at it again in a dominant first half against the Gold Coast. With over 60% of possession, Canterbury ran 500 metres more than their opponents and crossed for 4 tries as the Titans produced their 5th consecutive scoreless first half. It's the same story of the last 6 weeks. Giving away shitty last tackle penalties and silly errors mean we are just defending our asses off the whole time. We're just out on our feet. It's been the same story the last 6 weeks. We just need to improve. Titans captain Nathan Peets, halftime on Fox League. Peets' candor as he left the field at the interval was a rare insight for viewers into the frustrations of players at struggling clubs. It was completely understandable too, with his team completely unable to find a foothold in the contest in the first half. The second half, however, was a completely different matter, with a spirited performance from the Titans meaning they were in a position to steal an unlikely victory with 10 minutes to play. In the end it wouldn't be enough, with the Bulldogs eventually being able to settle and run out 2,614 winners, just their second road victory in 2017. It was reported in the Sydney Morning Herald during the week that Canterbury hooker Michael Lisher was on the lookout for another NRL club for 2018. Ironically, given the abuse he is said to receive from Bulldog fans for not darting from dummy half, the Herald suggested the move was necessary as Licher's natural desire to run the ball that put him at odds with Day Hazzler. If rival clubs needed a reminder of exactly what the 24-year-old was capable of, they got just that in his game against the Titans. Causing a constant menace to the Gold Coast defensive line, the dummy half ran for over 100 metres and set the Bulldogs' attack alight by playing a pivotal role in the tries of Will Hopoate and David Klemmer. After 24 rounds, the Titans were the leading team in the NRL for scoring tries from kicks, while their opponents, the Bulldogs, were the team that had conceded the most tries from this avenue. It was perhaps no surprise then that the Gold Coast's first 2 scoring efforts were from attacking kicks. With nearly 34 of these 25 try-scoring plays off the boot of Ash Taylor, it is fair to say that the 24-year-old's feet are deadly weapons. He created 2 tries with his trusty right boot, the first a speculative cross-field kick, the second a deft dab behind the defensive line for Anthony Don. With both tries, his try-assist tally was increased to 28, with 20 by foot. Late in the first half he came dangerously close to what would have been his most spectacular effort of the day. On a last tackle play with not much seemingly on, the halfback produced a delicate kick that landed outside a flat-footed Brett Morris and well-placed for a flying Anthony Don poised to swoop. It was a remarkably nuanced play that only came unstruck through the unkind bounce of the Steeden and the touchline coming to rescue the Bulldogs winger. David Klemmer is a mountain of a man, and in the first half of this contest he produced a performance equally massive. On 13 runs, the back rower ran for 123 metres, crossed the stripe twice for a try and another disallowed, while also managing to conjure a line-break assist with a perfectly executed pass to his outside man. By game's end he had carted the ball for a remarkable 235 metres and was the game's most dominant forward. His try was a testament to the power and aggression he displayed all game. Taking a short ball from Michael Lisher, Klemmer hit the line like a steam train, looking likely to knock down the goalposts as he smashed heavily into them and threw 3 Titans on his way to the line. His game will most likely be remembered though for his kickoff return in the 16th minute. As the approaching Titans defensive line readied for contact with a rampaging back rower, he noticed his outside men Branko Lee and Marcelo Montoya unmarked. Instead of attempting to run it through the defensive line, he released Lee with a bullet pass. In open space, Lee quickly moved into top gear. The enterprising play saw the Bulldogs advance the ball to within 15 metres of the try line. The season can't come to an end soon enough for the Gold Coast Titans. It has been a very testing year, requiring 33 different players to represent the club. One positive to be found from the high turnover of players is the discovery of Philip Sammy. The 20-year-old's performance in his 3rd NRL game prompted interim coach Terry Mattison to speak glowing of him in a difficult post-match press conference. "I thought he was a shining light today," Mattison told the assembled reporters. "I think he has had 3 decent performances for them, trying to find positives, and that is certainly one of them." The young centre provided much-needed energy for a Titans team that was badly beaten in the middle of the ground. Taking the ball up with intensity, he was always difficult for the Bulldogs to stop as he ran for 140 metres on 10 carries. It hasn't been a year to remember for Bulldogs fullback Will Hopoate. Perhaps tellingly though, the Bulldogs' two best attacking performances have coincided with a return to form for Hopoate. A man of such attacking ability, it would have surprised many to have learned that he entered the round 25 clash with the Titans without a try in 2017. After signaling a return to form with 3 try assists against the Sea Eagles last week, Hopoate finally broke his try-scoring duck against the Titans. Having waited so long to open his account, he didn't wait long to double it, crashing over for a second time late in the first half. With a few key additions to the kennel next season, Bulldog fans will be hoping to see a lot more of Hopoate's try-scoring exploits in 2018. With the likes of Jonathan Thurston, James Maloney and Nathan Cleary kicking for goal in the NRL, and making it look so simple, it can be easy to forget how difficult a goal kicker's task actually is. For those who watched the attempts in this match, they were given a blunt reminder. To be fair on poor Adam Elliott, the responsibility of Canterbury's goal-kicking only became his after the omission of at least 3 other players from the team and the head injury to Moses Mbai. Having taken just 2 attempts in the NRL prior to this game, it was a nervous-looking Elliott who attempted to convert David Clemmer's try from directly in front of the sticks. Despite the nerves, Elliott was able to steer the ball truly for 2 more points for the Bulldogs, but the reason for his nerves became apparent with his next 2 attempts. From positions we have become accustomed to players converting from with ease, Elliott produced 2 awkward-looking and unsuccessful attempts. Undeterred by these efforts, he was thrown the ball for a penalty attempt to give Canterbury a 12-point buffer late in the game. His team were rewarded for their confidence with another 2 points, but this confidence was shown to be perhaps a little misplaced when he missed his last attempt from next to the posts late in the game. It is fair to say that Elliott will be more than happy to hand the goal-kicking duties back to Mbai, or anybody else who wants them, next week against the Dragons. What were your highlights from the Bulldogs' second straight win? Let us know in the comments below. Want to share your opinion? Why not write for us? Previous post, next post, next.